Hello everyone, I am happy to meet you again. For those who are new to my channel, I am Indhu Sakthi, Assistant Professor of English in St. Joseph's College of Arts and Science, Cuddalore. In this video, we are going to discuss about Reformation in England. This chapter details about the term Reformation, the causes for Reformation, the beginning of the movement, Reformation during the period of Henry VIII, Edward VI, Mary, and finally the settlement of Queen Elizabeth. Now we shall discuss about the term Reformation. Reformation is a movement that has been started during the 16th century. The term Reformation refers to a great religious movement having its object to reform the doctrines and practices of Church of Rome. Hilaire Belloc, a critic, has defined Reformation a revolt against Catholicism and explosion of forces which had been gathering for years together. Now we shall discuss some of the causes for Reformation. The first and the foremost cause of the Reformation in England is that some of the doctrines and practices of the Church became outdated. Next, the questioning attitude of the people became more, which turned out to be the legacy of the Renaissance. The growing spirit of nationalism, which was sown by the Joan of Arc, had made every part of the nation to assert its independence, from which the eternal interference from internal matters are resisted. No nation wanted to be subservient to the other authority of foreign pope. There was always the rivalry between the popes and the anti-popes. Nepotism and favoritism became the order of the day, where the pope and the other dignitaries eagerly led their own relatives in powerful position. The practice of granting indulgences for those who contributed to the building fund of St. Peter's Basilica was also one of the most important cause of the Reformation. During the time of Pope Leo X, the construction was progressing for the building plan became more expensive to meet out financial difficulty, and the fresh indulgences were granted. And due to this, the entire Christendom, especially the pious people, were shocked by the commercial operation which was going on in the name of Christianity. Now let us discuss how the movement has begun. The Reformation movement has been initiated by the ex-Augustinian monk Martin Luther, who has nailed some debating points against the doctrine of indulgences. The indulgences are nothing but to reduce the punishment of sins. The Pope Leo X signed a bill unknowingly the implications, and Luther burnt the bill and refused to give up his stand. Due to this, many monks and nuns left monasteries. Some of the monks and the nuns were violating the vows and they got married. Even Martin Luther himself got married at the age of 42 to an ex-nun. There were many supporters for this movement in Germany and other European countries. Henry VIII wrote in defense of the doctrines of the Church called the Defensa Fide. The Defensa Fide is nothing but the defender of faith. King Henry VIII had to get annulment for his marriage with Catherine of Aragon. As he did not get permission from Pope Clement VII, Thomas Cranmer suggested a solution, and that should be a complete breakup with Rome. Thomas Cranmer appointed a new Archbishop of Canterbury with the Act of Supremacy passed in 1534. And with this Act of Supremacy, Henry VIII became the supreme head of the Church of England, and hence In 1839, a bill was passed which was known as the Statute of Six Articles. Men called the six articles as the whip of six strings. The six strings are as follows: death penalty to anyone who questioned the doctrines of transmutation, a value of auricular confession, value of the private mass, the vow of chastity, the celibacy of the clergy. In 1549, the first prayer book was given by Cranmer. In 1552, a second prayer book which questioned the Roman Catholic doctrines were given. Henry VIII started the Church of England, and Elizabeth, who founded, gave a book of common prayer. Two acts of Parliament defined the differences between the Church of England and Rome. The first act is the Act of Supremacy. According to this act, the Church was made independent and gave title to Elizabeth as the Supreme Governor. The next act is the Act of Uniformity. According to this, not only the clergy was having the duty of conducting the services, but also imposed all people in the country to go to the church on every Sunday and holy days. Whoever is violating these acts has to be fined with 12 penance, and especially the non-attendance of the church. And in 1563, the doctrines of the Church of England was implied in Book of the Common Prayer. This led to the Roman Catholics to remain outside, paying fine, and the Anglicans subscribed to the Church of England. On the whole, the Reformation in England was brought peace only through the Elizabethan compromise, whereas in other European countries it caused religious civil war. I hope you found this video useful. Look forward for more videos in near future. If you find this video useful, do like and comment. Bye. Thank you.